because the first person who answered my call for questions was Katerina. Thank you very much, Katerina. I'm always glad to hear back from you, and yeah, so let's start with the first question. So, what's your favorite movie scene? Well, I've given this a lot of thought because this was quite hard to pick. But I've chosen 3 scenes. Like, I'm not saying that they are the greatest cinematic creations of all time, right? But I just had some personal liking. I took some personal liking to them. So the first movie scene that I liked was in Lord of the Rings. I think it was the first. No. It was the 3rd movie, The Return of the King. So it was the scene where Frodo was in the spider's cave, and during his ordeal with the spider, he fell, and he thought he was done for, but suddenly he saw Galadriel. Well, I think it was just a kind of a hallucination, or maybe her interfering with his thoughts, or something like that. But anyway, he saw Lady Galadriel, of course performed by the magnificent Kate Blanchett, whom I absolutely love. He just extended her hand, smiling at him, and I thought this was so great, and her smile was so just like sunshine, and it was beautiful, and I loved that scene. Another scene was in the Cloud Atlas. It was the novella about Robert Frobisher, the pianist, and I think it was the scene in a china shop. Basically, he first saw Sixsmith in that shop after their breakup, when Frobisher ran to become a musician for one big composer. So they first see each other, and basically some internal fire starts in them, and they start crashing everything, crashing the whole china in the shop, and it was beautiful, and it was laid with the music, and I think it was also accompanied by Song Mi's speech. questions, 10 questions in fact, which is a lot for me. So the first question is, what was your beginning experiences with ASMR? I think, Miranda Marie asked that question too. What is your first memory of experiencing ASMR? Like, just experiencing it, not seeing videos or something. So I definitely remember that when I was at school and we were doing some kind of tests and things like that, my classmates were muttering to themselves under their breaths, and I always found that very relaxing. Like, it felt weird, like really weird, because I was just relaxing in the middle of a test, and I thought I was just weird that way, until I found out about ASMR, obviously. But now I know it's fine. But then at that time I didn't. Anyways, returning to Amanda's question, beginning experiences with ASMR. Fast forward to the time when I actually found out about ASMR as a phenomenon, which happened many years after I first started experiencing it. My first ASMR video that I ever saw was by Paris ASMR, kind of quoting his title at the moment. I still have that habit that I first invented when I was back in high school, I think. So anyways, the habit is to fall asleep listening to some rambling videos. And so basically each night before going to sleep, I just scroll through YouTube and search for some things to listen to. So one night I was doing that, and I think I was choosing a phone to buy at that time. So I was watching a lot of videos about various mobile phones. Yep. And I saw a review or an unboxing. Yeah, it was an unboxing of some iPhone. I turned it on, and at first I wasn't really hearing anything. But when I turned the volume up, considerably turned it up, I heard that the guy was whispering. Well, I thought it was weird, and maybe it was. And at first I was hearing like he was explaining something about some community, but I just wasn't getting what it was all about. Yep. But next day I listened to it more carefully, because before that I had experienced such powerful feeling that I now know as tingling. I was fascinated by it, and I wanted to hear it again, experience it again, and find out what the guy was actually talking about, because it was weird not to know it. So yeah, that's how I found out about ASMR. Moving on to the next question. What made you finally decide to create your own channel? Well, that would be Blade Whisper Pro. surely there are loads. Like Play Whisper Pro. Of course he is. Also, Callum ASMR. Callum is a great guy. I just wish he could make some videos more often, but apparently he has a very tight working schedule, so, well, Chris from the channel Crispy Tingles, I like his work. I like the vibe that he produces. Well, there are really a lot of those people. Who else can I name right now? That's always a difficult question because of the abundance of ASMR artists. I don't know. I really can't tell exactly. Yeah, I can name one more. Try ASMR. That guy is great. He makes beautiful videos. He works with the sound very well. He's got his own fashion, his own, I don't know, style, which I find great, and I love it. Question number 4. Are there any ASMR triggers that you haven't tried on your channel that you would like to do? Well, yeah, there always are. Like, what can I name? Triggers. Well, if I named them, I would spoil them to you, because I am actually planning to try them out soon. What can I name? Well, actually, I would like to try out kind of 3-dio sound to be able to make some ear massage, like the real ear massage, you know. That would be nice to try. I have some plans regarding that. Obviously, I'm not gonna buy that horrendously expensive 3-dio mic. That's unrealistic. But I have some plans. Yeah, I suppose that's the one, which I can name without giving anything away straight away. Question number 5. How are things going with school and life? And yeah, also Sleepy Z's asked, how are you? I feel as though that doesn't get asked enough. I hope you have been taking care of yourself. So yeah, thank you guys. I do appreciate it that you asked me about this. Well, actually, I'm quite well, I can say. Obviously, I have some worries about the upcoming school year. But I always have, because school is very stressful. It's always disorganized to some extent, which makes everything quite uncomfortable. And work is not always the smoothest experience. But all in all, everything is fine. And like, how are things going with school? Well, summer is always free, like at least July and August. They're always free, because that's just how it goes in Russia. We have holidays in summer, but it starts again in September, and I'm gonna get ready for it, but I think it will be fine. We always manage, like pulling through all the immense workload, but we always pull through it, so we will do that again. And I believe that every year, every term is gonna be better and better still. So toxic sometimes, actually. Triggers. It's hard to say about triggers. I don't like tongue clicking for some reason. I don't know. Maybe sometimes people overuse it or something, or maybe it's just the thing itself. I don't know. But it does annoy me sometimes. Some mouth sounds may be a bit annoying, like, I don't know why, but they can. I'm not saying they're bad, okay? It's just things that annoy me. Just want to make that clear. Well, considering triggers, I think that's it. Okay, moving to the next question. Do you find it awkward to tell people in your life about ASMR? Yes, I do. I really do. I started ASMR almost 2 years ago. And when I started my first channel, I told about it to my group mates and my friends, and none of them had ever heard about ASMR before I told them. And I tried to explain it. I think it went okay. None of them actually got the hang of it, but at least they didn't judge me. I have quite adequate group mates, mostly. But it was awkward because, especially here in Russia, we're not used to talking about sensual stuff. It's a bit intimate, and that's why it's a bit awkward, I suppose. Do you have any pets? No, I don't, unfortunately. I used to have some pets. My last pets were a couple of guinea pigs. I love them. Guinea pigs are truly great pets, especially for someone who's just who's having them as first pets. Like, I'd say if you want to give your kid a pet, better not start with a dog or a cat, something that requires a lot more effort and is more difficult to manage. Start with a guinea pig. They're really easy to, like, for maintenance, basically. And they're nice. They're really lovely creatures, so yeah. Number 9, large. Do you have any other goals or dreams for your channel? I have a dream. Obviously, I want my channel to get bigger and better. That's the ultimate thing that you can possibly have for any channel, I suppose. Right now, I'm saving for some further purchases. I have an idea about what my perfect ASMR location would look like. I know what I want. I've got it all planned, but that's the technical side of my channel. I think my main problem with the channel is the YouTube algorithm, the search engine, and things like that, because obviously my channel does not get shown to people. I don't know why. I tried using TubeBuddy. I've been using it throughout the whole existence of this channel. Almost hardly any videos were made without a tags chosen in that app. So obviously it doesn't really help me. My search result bar thing, the percentage is really low, so obviously it's not working. I have updated everything. I've updated the video quality, the sound quality. I hope is better than it used to be without any editing. I'm not saying my videos are perfect, but I'm really making an effort. I definitely make an effort. And I suppose it's all about the search engine, but I can't do anything with it. So yeah, my dream is for my channel to acquire more popularity. That's basically it. And what my actual goal is, what my goals are regarding the whole video quality production thingy, I'm not gonna tell you because I would just give it away and I don't want to. Okay, so last question from Amanda is, what's something on your bucket list? I forgot to check out what bucket list was. Hang on. Number of experiences or achievements that a person hopes to have or accomplish during their lifetime. Oh, see, so it's kind of like life goals. Sorry. Okay. Well, there are loads. I don't know what to start with. Well, first, right now, my main goal is to graduate from university. From the university, obviously. I studied just one. I'll do that in 3 years' time. It's decided. There's no other option. I will graduate, but it takes loads of time and effort, so it's my main goal. Next goal will be to emigrate, because I'm not staying in this country. There's no chance I'm staying here. I'm gonna expand on why, but I think you might have some idea. I think Russia's got a quite certain reputation among Western countries, and I can't say it's completely accurate, but I'm not saying it's completely not. Okay, so yeah, my biggest goals are to graduate and to emigrate. Each of them takes smaller goals, but I'm not gonna talk about them because there's just no point. I'm just gonna hint that emigrating takes you to learn a language, and that's a big one. But I'm doing that. I'm doing it, alright. Yeah. Apart from that, I just want to develop my hobbies. Well, my main hobby is photography and videography. I would love to learn more about them and maybe start my own projects, because I really love doing that. So I'd love to give this art some more place in my life, but for that I need to learn a lot. So yeah, these are my goals. Basically, I don't know what else to say. Okay, so next, Lee Defoe asks, what's the most interesting or enjoyable part of making a video for you? Planning, recording, or editing? Sorry about that, I think my camera got a bit tired. So, I think the most enjoyable parts are, first, getting that idea in my mind of what I'm gonna be doing, because that's real creation, I think, when you actually develop those ideas. And about planning, well, the funny thing is, actually, I don't plan that much. I get the main idea. I might think through some key points, it's never a script. It's never a script. And the other enjoyable part is when I have uploaded the video and start getting comments from you, because it feels like real communication. I'm actually quite a reserved person. I don't chat that much with people, but it's not like I don't want to. I do want to, but most times I just don't know how, and have no one to talk to. But possibly that's why I enjoy talking to you in the comments so much. And, well, editing can be funny sometimes, but most times it's quite mundane. Do you do a lot of planning ahead, or is it mostly improvisation? Well, as I said, I plan the key points of the video, what it's gonna be about, the idea. I may think of some funny moments, but yeah, it's mostly improvisation. Yeah, Jasper Wind asked some questions. So first, what are some of your favorite shows? I'd like it to consider that it includes some TV series, not just like TV shows, because I don't watch TV shows like, late night shows and stuff. It's mostly series or movies. Considering series, I loved Killing Eve. Yeah. Gentleman Jack made an impression on me, understandably, of course. What else? Well, Doctor House has always been quite enjoyable for me. Sherlock, the first 3 seasons, yeah, enjoyable too. I don't know, there were a lot. So these are just some of my favorite shows then, right? Okay, second question. Favorite songs or musicians? That's a question which lasts as long as the abyss does. I'm a meloman. I can't name a certain genre of music. And there have been loads of musicians that I have enjoyed listening to, but I can name some of them that come to mind right now. A Russian singer, Zemfira. She's beautiful. Her poetry is beautiful. Her music is beautiful too. Even though you might not understand the words, lyrics, just try listening to her songs, because she is a true artist. Who else? Well, I like Brit rock, Brit pop, punk rock, British too. I think I got that from Daniel Radcliffe when I was like a fangirl. I was reading about him, and he named his favorite bands, so I tried listening to them, and I loved them too. Those were first Arctic Monkeys. I love those songs. Really still sometimes just put on some albums and listen to them. Hard-Fi. And yeah, my most favorite of those bands that I listened to because of Daniel, it was Yellow Card. It's now dissolved, but their soloist went into a free ride, so he's got his solo project now. Unfortunately, I can't remember his name, because that's the problem with me. I never remember names. But yeah, the Yellow Card and their soloist, just listen to that. And also British punk rock. My recent discovery, the Fratellis. I another Russian artist. Countless, really. Favorite flavors and foods. Favorite. I love seafood. Various seafoods, like everything shrimps, squid, rolls. I can't say I love sushi because I've never tried sushi, because eating it here in Moscow is a bit, dangerous, because there's always a chance that you'll get fish not from the sea but from a river, and that's dangerous because you might get some parasites with it. No salt in the water, and that makes the fish susceptible to parasites. So not sushi. But yeah, all the seafood, sweet stuff, like I love all sorts. Chocolate, pastry, chewy, sweets, whatever, like really loads of stuff. I don't know, I'm into meat and seafood too, something like that. Well, I guess that's all for the questions. Thank you all very much for sending them in. I hope it has been interesting for you. Please let me know what you think about the interludes in midst of the questions. I thought you might get really bored of me just blah blah blahing away. So, yeah, that's it. And now, well, thanks for listening, especially if you've got to the end of this video. It's been enjoyable to answer your questions. I hope you've had some perks from this video too. Let me know, and if you can, share this video somewhere. It'll help me out, because I have some problem with acquiring new audience, it seemed. Okay, so sleep well, relax, and don't worry about things that